Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet, and welcome to episode 2 of this Terraria 1.3 Hype-O-Tron series. In the previous episode, we started a brand new Terraria hardcore world and talked about the new drill mounts coming out in Terraria 1.3. And in this episode, my friends, we're going to go on a little bit of cave spelunkering, hoping to find some sweet-ass loot. And we're going to be talking about the brand new Cultist NPC. It's going to be freaking sweet, my friends. I hope you have a tasty-ass beverage and some crunchy-ass snacks, because it is time to play some freaking Terraria, baby. Oh man, I'm having so much fun playing this game, but I did realize something at the end of the previous episode, guys. We went charging after a slime down this freaking giant-ass cavern, and maybe that wasn't a very, very good idea. Maybe what we need to do is actually just take a step back and perhaps produce for ourselves a little bit of armor, get ourselves in a much safer environment, I suppose, or in a much safer place, I guess, before we go freaking exploring, because we're playing on hardcore. If we die, we freaking die. So let's do our best to not let that happen. I'm just going to seal off this little cavern over here. It looks like it's infested by eaters of souls, and those things are probably going to kick my freaking butthole. In the chest that we found in the previous episode, we found some shurikens and some throwing knives. That's awesome. We've got a whole bunch of lesser healing potions, and we've got a whole bunch of glow sticks, which is great. But I think we need to work a little bit harder on improving our inventory, guys. Let's max out on torches, I think. And just so that I don't play like an absolute noob butthole, let's arrange our inventory in a better way. And you know what, guys? I think it's time for a better sword, right? This forceful copper short sword is absolute rubbish. So why don't we make ourselves a wooden sword? Let's see if we can get a decent wooden sword too. A shameful wooden sword. That's terrible. I don't want a shameful... oh, come on. How unlucky is this, man? Shameful, broken. What's the next one? Just flat out plain wooden sword. Another shameful. Nimble? Oh, well, that's not too bad. You know what, guys? Before we make any more swords, let's make some armor for ourselves. Let's make some wooden greaves, a wooden breastplate. Man, this armor must suck serious ass. I doubt this is going to give us anything. It gives us 3 defense, because it gets 1 defense for the set bonus. Oh man, that is absolutely terrible. Alright, I think we should probably just carry on trying to get a decent sword. Actually, you know what, guys? We can make a bow also. That'll help us quite a bit too. Oh my goodness, there is a zombie up there. The undead invasion is beginning, and we do not even have a sword equipped right now. Okay, we're going to have to go with the nimble for now. Zombie! Back up, son! Eat it! Oh man, that zombie's brain was showing. Man, that is absolutely disgusting. Alright, let's just seal ourselves off from the outside world here, guys. Seriously, things are getting a little bit intense in here for my liking. And I still need to make myself a proper sword, so let's get this sealed off. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's carry on trying to make ourselves a sweet sword here, my friends. Wooden sword. It's only cost us 7 wood anyway, so... Okay, a savage wooden sword. 8 melee damage, 4% critical strike, fast speed, 14% damage, plus 10% size, plus 10% knockback. I think that's probably going to be the best we can get out of a wooden sword. Although, no, well, we could probably get like a legendary sword or something like that, right? But as far as for now, I mean, we don't want to spend all of our resources on a butt-ass savage wooden sword, right? I mean, I think that'll do for now. Hopefully we will be able to find ourselves a better weapon down here. Let's just make some arrows also, now that we have a bow. And let's just make sure our inventory is arranged correctly. Let's put the lesser healing potion at the end, torches in the front. Let's get all of our weapons nicely aligned. We've got our pickaxe. This pickaxe doesn't actually have to go in number 2, so let's put shurikens in number 2. I think that those probably deal the most damage at the moment. Yeah, no, 12 range damage for the throwing knives, so there we go. Okay, epic. Things are looking sweet. Let's get some swiftness potion in there too. Okay, that's epic. I feel a lot more comfortable now, my friends. Now, let's think about our next steps here. And more importantly, in which direction do we want to go? I don't think I want to go down this giant cavern over here. I see eaters of souls, which means that the corruption must be pretty close. So I'm thinking, why don't we go in this direction? Oh, there's a freaking chest down there, man. Check, there's a chest down there. Alright. Yes, let's go in this direction, and this lets us actually bypass that little corruption bit to the left. This is awesome. Okay, we found our second chest for this little mini-series, and hopefully we can find something sweet. Looks like this is a pretty safe little cavern down here too, so pretty excited to get down there. But let's see what is in this chest. Come on, Terraria gods, give us something awesome. Bam! But we only got some throwing knives, some ropes, some lesser healing potions, some builder potions, some bottles, and some silver coins. Not too bad. I mean, I'm going to take it. You know, I'm not going to complain that much about that. I think what we could do, though, I wanted to try out this rope coil thing. The last time I played Terraria was Terraria 1.1, I think, and we didn't have awesome stuff like rope coil. And it says here, throw to create a climbable line of rope. That sounds freaking sweet. Let's get a glow stick down there. Start the raid, man. Alright, let's try out this this rope. I'm assuming we've got to throw it like there. Oh man, that's awesome. So it's like kind of, oh, check it out. Oh, it's like a grappling hook. Oh man, sorry that I'm getting so excited about this, guys. Tons of you guys probably have been using rope for years, but I haven't played Terraria in a couple years, okay? So some of this stuff is new to me, which is actually really sweet, because it's, you know, you guys get to experience my first time joy when I actually discovered these things. But there we go, guys. Let's go more exploring down in this direction. Looks like there's a couple of vases and whatnot that we can hack through. But I think we got to be nice and careful, my friends. Nice and careful. Slow and steady wins the race. We are in hardcore right now. We do not want to die. And for example, if I wasn't in hardcore, I probably wouldn't seal this off, right? I would just sort of take on those. I mean, look how many these things would have owned me if I hadn't dealt with that. And we also have to be a little bit more mindful of things like traps and stuff, right? Because check it out. I think I just spotted me a trap over here. Yes, that looks like... What kind of trap is this anyway? That's a dart trap. Yeah, exactly. So let's pick up the pressure plate also. Maybe we can use that to defend our base. And there's a couple of vases here too. Nothing too exciting. But let's just make sure that we do pick up some of the sweet ass loot that we see around here, because it looks like there is, what is this? Lead? Okay, awesome. Well, we need to get some lead to make what do we need to, an anvil. Yeah, that's right. We need to make an anvil so that we can make some proper armor and some decent freaking weapons. But guys, it looks like we are now entering spelunkering mode for this episode. It looks like I've managed to survive the zombie onslaught, and I don't think we're going to be dying anytime soon. We can kind of just relax and do a little bit of digging, a little bit of mining. Actually, give me 1 second, man. I'm going to take a sip of my beverage. Caffeine straight to the butt. Alright, I'm ready for some spelunkering action. And this is also, I think, a pretty good time for us to start talking about today's Hype-O-Tron entry, which is going to be the new Cultist NPC. Now, there isn't a lot of information about what this Cultist is. In fact, all we have is a really awesome GIF animation, and we also have a little bit of info about a new table called the Alchemist table. Now, take a look at what the Cultist NPC looks like. Now, I'm trying to figure out exactly what is going on in this little screenshot. Is this something for us to pick up here? Or is this just cobblestone? No, it's just stone, right? Yeah, it's just stone. But I'm trying to work out what's going on in this little screenshot, and to me, it looks like these cultist NPCs are worshipping a player, almost as if the player had done something to win their favor. Now, I don't have any idea what these cultists are going to do or how they're going to work, but it could be one of two things, right? Number one, you would need to do something to get the cultists on your side, or number two, the cultists are already on your side and you need to do something to make them happy or something like that, right? Now, when I look at that little GIF, what I did see was this sort of golden plate hanging above those cultists, and it kind of looks like they were maybe in the middle of a ritual of some kind, and it looked to me like that plate, that golden plate, had something to do with Cthulhu, right? It kind of looked like something like that. And I'm speculating that maybe these cultists are required to summon another piece of the Cthulhu puzzle. We know that we've already got the eyeballs of Cthulhu and what else have we got? The brain of Cthulhu. I mean, what are we missing? The body of Cthulhu and the butthole of Cthulhu, right? So maybe the cultists are used to summon the butthole of Cthulhu. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it. But it looks like they're doing some sort of a ritual, and perhaps this is an event that you need to defeat to get these cultists to do this ritual around you. And it also looked to me as if these cultists were inside of the dungeon, right? So it might be a dungeon-specific event, which could be pretty rad also. I'm going to throw a throwing knife into that jellyfish's butt. Take it! Oh man, own. But on top of that, I'm not entirely sure whether or not this is an NPC that will move into your house, whether it's, you know, like an NPC that you can get. But if it is, I would really love for it to have some sort of a specific summoning thing, right? And what I mean by that is, what I'd like it to have is, say for example, you can only summon it if you build a room for it out of dungeon blocks. Or, even better, perhaps you could only summon it if you build its house inside of the corruption or inside of a dungeon. Like, that could be pretty awesome, right? And that would sort of force you to move around a little bit and go to different places around the world to go to your cultist NPC. So that could be pretty awesome. Now, I'm just having a look down here. Is this a little bit of ore? Yes, a little bit of tin ore. Okay, all right, sweet. We'll pick that up. I think there's nothing else down here, though, for us. Okay, so what else have we got? Oh my goodness, there's a freaking boulder up there, man. Do you see that? Okay, so there is a trap down here somewhere. It looks like it's over there. Let's just make sure that we don't noob out and die. Can we trigger it? Oh! Trigger it! Oh my goodness gracious. Whew, that actually could have killed my ass. Thank goodness I noticed that, Jazz, man. But yes, I suppose there's only one more other thing to talk about with regards to the cultist. With the cultist, it looks like we are getting a new work table called the Alchemist table. And what this table does is it lets you make potions. It's kind of like a potion brewing table, right? And it looks to me like in order to, if there is a cultist NPC, in order to get the cultist NPC to come to your town, it looks like you're going to have to make a table, this alchemist table. Now, there's really cool things about this alchemist table that I wanted to tell you about. Apparently, if you use the alchemist table to make potions, there is a 1 in 3 chance of you not consuming all of the ingredients. So for example, if you had to use 2 ingredients, there's a 1 in 3 chance of the one or both of those ingredients not being consumed when you create the potion. Oh my goodness, I'm noobing out something fierce here. But I think that's really, really awesome. And it just gives potions like more, you know, I think it helps potion management a little bit better in Terraria. I remember potions being a pain in the freaking butt. So hopefully the alchemist table is going to change that. And yeah, that is everything about the cultist NPC for today's Hyper-Tron episode, guys. Love to know your thoughts on it, man. What are your speculations around what the cultist is going to do? What is it going to summon? Is it going to be freaking awesome? And so on. Let me know in the comments section below, my friends. Now, guys, we're going to be talking about something new from Terraria 1.3 in every single Hyper-Tron episode for the next 22, 23 days or so. So if there's something you want me to talk about specifically, put it in the comment section below, and maybe we will talk about it, and I'll give you a shout out if you give me something awesome to talk about. There's so much to talk about in 1.3 though, guys. It's going to be difficult to get everything in, but let's try and talk about the most awesomeness of awesomes in 1.3. But here we are, guys. It looks like the sun has come up on the overworld, which is actually really, really good news for us, because we can now think about building a little house and helping Andrew to move in to save his freaking noobish butt. He is currently wandering around outside with the hordes of the undead, no doubt close to freaking death. And I think on our way here, oh no, okay, no, back up, son. Eat my swords. I think on the way here, we did also see a few ores and whatnot that we could have picked up, right? So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is go on a little exploration, oh my goodness, of the overland to see if we can find some more iron, tin, or lead ore.